Hey everyone, welcome to our podcast. We're calling it the worst hour, so buckle up for that because it's about to get so much worse than this intro.
I'm Cassie,
And I'm Liz,
and we are nobodies to you.
but everybody to ourselves, right?
Right. We're going to cover a lot of topics that are the worst of the worst.
Nothing too crazy, but I think we should probably introduce ourselves first.
Yeah, I would agree.
So, Cassie, who the fuck are you?
Well, I'm Cassie. My name's
Really?
Cassandra Pareja.
We've established your name. Thank you.
I'm from Prescott. Liz and I both live here in Prescott, Arizona.
Shout out.
Shout out.
It's Prescott, not Prescott.
Not Prescott. Don't call it that ever.
Seriously, the worst.
I work for a law firm in Prescott, and I love my life.
Do you enjoy long walks on the dirt?
Yeah, in the forest.
In the forest.
Long walks in the forest.
Are you woodsy? Are you an outdoorsy person?
I love being outside.
Yeah.
Not like in the desert though. Like in the forest is
not like in Death Valley.
No, absolutely not.
But
or like in Chino Valley.
Hey.
Just like the in between. You know?
I think it's a beautiful area.
It is beautiful.
It's farmland. It's
it is
we
really
live in
pretty.
the high desert.
We are in the high desert. It snows here.
It does.
Which surprisingly a lot of people don't know that it snows in Arizona.
Yeah, we're not that far from Flagstaff.
No.
Please don't try and look up our addresses. That's creepy.
Yeah, that is creepy. Mine's definitely out there. I've Googled myself before and it's like scary what just comes up on the homepage.
I have never Googled myself. That's a lie. I probably did in college, but I don't really give a shit now.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm Alyssa, but nobody calls me that. Everyone calls me Liz. That's a really long story, and we'll get there at some point in this podcast journey. But I am originally from California, and I moved to Prescott, I don't even know now, 3 years ago. I am somewhat of an office manager. If my boss listens to this, he'd probably disagree with that, but he doesn't really know what I do. So I work in a medical office, and I very much enjoy it. I love the outdoors as well. I was a softball player for a lot of years. I love to coach. I hope none of my girls listen to this podcast.
Yeah, I hope not.
Sometimes they're the worst.
Oh, I can imagine.
Teenage girls.
Yeah, no.
Prepubescent girls.
Yeah.
That like 11, 12, 13 year right there it's awful.
It is. They're mean.
They're very mean.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's up with this generation, but they just don't really care how it makes you feel. They're going to tell you look like shit.
Yeah.
Almost in those exact words.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
What's wrong with your hair?
Yeah.
I didn't think anything was wrong with it. Why does it look like that? I have a hat on. I don't know. Yeah, it's not good.
You're not wearing Lululemon? Trash.
Oh my gosh.
Trash.
Target leggings?
Ugh. Are you poor?
Yes. Yes, I am. That leads us to us starting this podcast, really.
Right.
I wouldn't say that it's really for the money. Now, if we got rich and you guys came up with some crazy things, I'm sure we would do them.
Oh, for sure.
But, yeah, no, I think, in my opinion, Cassie has brought this up to me many times. Let's start a podcast. We've been saying that because we think we're hilarious.
Yeah, because we are hilarious.
To each other.
Yeah, to know.
I think this is a test of if we're funny to anyone else.
Right.
Like, even my boyfriend doesn't really think that I'm that funny.
Right.
Which is a sort of bummer. I think I'm funny.
Yeah, I think you're funny.
I think you're funny too. Thanks.
Thanks.
So we're going to be releasing episodes every Wednesday. The worst Wednesday.
The worst. So hit that notification bell and don't be an asshole.
Don't be that guy or girl.
Don't be the worst.
So today we're going to be talking about the worst slang words. I don't know how this topic came up when we were thinking about ideas to talk about, but this just seemed like a good intro because really we don't want to set the bar too high for ourselves. We could be terrible at this.
You could be the worst.
Or we could be the worst. We could make a really good first episode and it be bomb.
To us.
Terrible slang word there, bomb.
Bomb.
And then we would have nowhere to go from that.
Yeah.
That's just a lot of pressure that we don't want to put on ourselves. But I think slang words is good.
I think so too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of terrible slang words out there. What is it, Gen Z? Are we at Gen Z?
I think we are, yeah.
What's next? X, Y, Z? There's nothing left. What's going to be the next one?
Yeah, I don't know. Does Generation X come before Z? What is millennial?
I don't know. This topic is so confusing because I'm a 98 baby.
Me too.
Okay, and for a minute there, 98 babies were not even included in any of this.
No, we were just on our own.
This like just changed recently.
Yeah.
Right? We're included in, we're not millennials.
No.
But does that make us X?
I don't know.
I don't know, but to me it just doesn't even make sense. What does the letter stand for? Generation Extra? Extra, read all about it. Generation YOLO? Like what
Zebra?
Like I understand the boomer generation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's a term that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, baby boomers.
Yeah, your parents got real lucky.
Freaky.
Very freaky. But the rest of them, like, what is millennial? Is it like a new millennium?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
This within itself is the worst way to categorize people.
No, for sure.
Because I feel like, real talk, I feel like it makes people try to fit into that, whatever that generation is doing, all of the fads that are out there, and then really everyone just starts to act exactly the same.
Yeah.
And nobody's their own person.
Right. Yeah. Especially now with social media.
Yeah.
Now it's like you cannot be, like, I see little girls too, like middle schoolers that literally look like they're 21 because of social media. And I'm like, they never go through that awkward phase that every child needs to have.
Yeah. Of trying to figure out that bright green eyeshadow doesn't look good on anyone.
Yeah. Or like the Kool-Aid dyed hair. I did that so much in middle school. I thought, me and my friends thought we were so cool with the Kool-Aid dyed hair.
Just, you always want what you don't have, really. Except for when we're talking about, what are they? Gen Z?
Gen Z.
I don't really want anything that they have.
No. Absolutely not.
What are the age ranges of Gen Z?
Okay, we are Gen Z.
No.
Yeah, 1997 to 2012 is Gen Z.
I don't relate to Gen Z.
No, me neither.
What's
Millennials.
Yeah.
Millennials are 81 to 96. It's so after Gen Z, it's Generation Alpha.
Oh, that's going to give them a complex.
Yeah, totally. The alpha males.
Is the next one going to be Beta?
Probably.
Delta, Charlie, like Charlie Delta, I guess.
Yeah.
Foxtrot, Generation Foxtrot. Yeah. Like, where are we going with this? Who is coming up with these names?
Right. I don't know. Like, whose job is it? Is there like a bureau?
A bureau
like
of generations?
Yeah.
I consider myself probably more of whatever's in between boomer and millennial. Because I'm an old soul.
Yeah.
And I can't catch up to the new things, like the new fads, the fashion trends. Like, I've tried.
Yeah.
It just doesn't suit me.
No.
My personality is too aggressive for that stuff.
Yeah, when I put on things that are like part of the new trends, and I go out, I'm like, I'm embarrassed. I'm like, people know that this isn't me.
People know that I'm close enough to a millennial to not be allowed to wear this.
Generation X is before millennials, and that's 65 to 80, and then the boomers.
Yeah, so I would, if I could have been born in the 70s,
Yeah.
no, born in the 60s, living in the 70s, like I would have thrived.
Right. See, I feel like I like the 60s
Yeah.
or the 50s. Like
Mm,
that music,
mm-hmm.
that's what I listen to.
Yeah.
There's like very few songs that are made now that I'm like, oh, this is a good song.
What changed?
I don't know.
Who
So,
started this?
social media,
Yeah, social media wasn't
big
super
time.
big when we were in high school, was it? I mean, it was,
It was big, but like back then it was Vine.
oh,
Like Vine
Vine,
was
yeah.
so fun and like
It was goofy. Nobody
yeah,
cared about
no,
what they looked like.
no, not at all.
You could ask probably any girl our age to look back on their Instagram pictures from high school and they're probably like absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's cringy.
It was so cringy.
I like that one. Cringy.
Yeah, cringe is a good one.
That's not bad.
No.
I feel like it really embodies what it is meaning.
Yeah, it gets the point across.
Yeah.
And anyone can understand it. Even if I said that to my grandparents.
Oh yeah.
If I was like, "Grandpa, that was cringe."
Yeah.
He
Because
wouldn't
the
be like,
word
"What?"
means that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's no like hidden meaning to it.
Like
Like mid
Riz.
or
Mid.
Riz. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's start with mid.
Yeah, mid. I just learned what that meant like 3 months ago. Someone had to, he kept saying, what's like, oh, that's so mid. And I had to be like, what does that mean?
What does it mean? Because I have no idea.
It means like, it's not good, it's not bad, it's mid. Like, it's middle tier. Like, so, like, oh, yeah, those hamburgers are mid. That's like, they're not the best. Well, actually, I don't even know. That might not even be, that's kind of what I understood.
Why can't you say it was just okay?
Right? Like, yeah, those were okay. No, that's mid, dog. Like, that's fucking
Bruh.
mid, bruh. I hate bruh.
If you could see our faces right now
Yeah.
while we're making these
Yeah.
sounds, they're not even words, they're sounds.
They're sounds.
You have to, like, you can't just say bruh with a straight face.
No, bruh.
No, even then, you're still making like a,
Yeah.
that's your face.
Like
just...
you've lost all feeling in your face. You're like gonna start drooling, like stroke status. Bruh.
We're not having CVAs over here, everybody. Oh, yeah. So can we look up what mid means?
Yes.
What is the actual definition of mid? Because here's the thing, even if I knew what it meant, I still don't think I could use it in a sentence.
No, I couldn't either. Okay, mid. Below average or low quality. Okay, so no, it's not what I was saying at all. So mid means bad. Below average or low quality. It is not middle whatsoever. So I don't get it.
Like, but what happened to regular English?
Right. I don't know.
That was bad.
Yeah.
It's the same amount of letters.
Yeah. Bad.
Mid. It doesn't take any longer to say
No.
bad.
No.
Unless you're like bad.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, Riz is another one that I just don't quite understand. You know,
yeah, no.
We have so many words. I'm trying to type this into Urban Dictionary right now because I want to get an accurate representation of what it means, but it keeps wanting to change it to fizz because Riz is not,
not a word.
Another word for spitting game. How good you are with pulling and sustaining bitches.
Oh.
Here's an example. Are you from Tennessee? Cause you the only 10 I see. Person watching from afar. Damn, that guy has no riz. No game?
Yeah, just no game.
But I've heard people just say riz.
Riz.
With like no context. They're just
Riz.
Yeah.
Riz.
Like in response to something, they're just like riz. Like
it makes me think of jizz.
Yeah. Fizz, jizz, actual words that have IZZ. There's not many of them, and riz shouldn't be in that dictionary.
No.
Like, what's our dictionary going to look like in 50 years?
Right. Just like
the person that's sitting at home right now who works for Webster's dictionary.
Yeah.
Or Oxford. Please let me know when you hire somebody who is, you know, born in 2003.
Yeah.
Because I want to know what kind of suggestions they have to be going into the dictionary. I don't
For
even know if
sure.
that's how it works.
I don't either.
How do you get a new word into the dictionary?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's something I don't know that I really want
I'm
to do
sure
that
they
much
have like a
research into.
process of like seeing if it's a real thing. And then it has to have like a origin.
Yeah,
Oh, but for sure, like you know that it's just gonna be all of these degenerate words.
that is a perfect way to say it. Degenerate words.
Yeah. That it's like we're losing brain cells by staring at our phone screens. And we come up with these stupid words.
Like some kid was just like, "Oh man, that's you got such riz." I don't even think how that doesn't even sound right coming out
No.
of my mouth. I'm too old to say that
Yeah.
word. And you're
Yeah.
considering me part of this generation?
Right.
I don't even feel
No.
comfortable with that word.
No, I don't either. It makes me feel gross.
Yeah,
Like
it makes me
riz.
feel like I'm
trash.
less than.
Yeah. Literal
Absolute
trash.
the worst. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Really. How many times we should count how many times we say the worst.
We should.
And just like ding, ding.
That was one of the reasons that we named it this, was
Yeah.
because you and I say the worst
All the time.
all the time.
And I feel like that's a form of slang, but it like just saying the worst.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you could follow that up with, man, that's the worst kind of outfit.
Yeah.
That's the worst pet peeve. Huh. Hinting. That's the worst story within the true crime realm. Like that's
Yeah.
just the worst.
Yeah.
Within that topic, but I'm not just out there like the worst.
The worst. And there's no hidden meaning.
No.
That's like,
It's
again, I could say it to my grandpa and I could say, your outfit's the worst, grandpa. I would never say that because he dresses. He's got riz. Grandpa's got riz.
Yeah,
I
does he
don't
pull the
even know if
ladies?
that's using it.
No.
Right.
I think that would be Grandpa Slays.
Oh yeah, Grandpa slays.
Slay.
Slay.
Slay, girl.
Slay. I get it. Like, it's like a hype word, you know?
Sure.
And I get it, and girls use it, but it's like, why not say, I would rather my friend tell me, like, Liz, you look beautiful in that dress.
Yeah.
Not like, slay, bitch. Damn, slay.
You're like, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that unintentionally unthought out comment.
Right.
Really appreciate it.
Slay.
Is that even a compliment if you're not actually thinking about what you're saying to me? You're just saying the word that everyone is going to say when somebody looks good?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like there's no thought.
Yeah. I would rather somebody come up to me and be like, damn, I love your outfit. You look really good.
Yeah. That's much more meaningful.
That's an actual compliment.
Yeah. Unless I'm like drunk and in the bathroom and then some girl's like slay and I'm like, yes, bitch. But drunk Cassie's another realm.
Oh yeah.
Drunk Cassie's
We're going to have to go into the worst drunk moments that we've had.
Yeah, for sure.
If we can remember them.
Yeah. We'll do that one drunk.
Oh yeah.
We'll get drunk and then describe our drunkest moments.
I have a lot of bad ones. But to even like say the words like riz, cap. That means bullshit, right?
I think so.
No cap is
no
like
cap,
you're
like
not
you're lying.
Yeah. Okay, you're lying, so it's not bullshit.
No, yeah, like you're bullshitting.
Oh, okay.
Like if you were like, oh yeah, I just dunked a basketball, I'd be like, cap. No, you fucking didn't.
And then I'd say no cap.
Yeah, no cap. Like I'm not lying. I think that's what it means. Cap.
When I think of cap, I think of like a baseball cap.
Yeah, me too.
Or like a cap to a bottle.
Yeah.
Like somebody says cap to me, I'm like, where?
Yeah. Like what cap are you missing?
Yeah. I find it for me. Do you need help finding it?
Yeah.
What is
cap?
it? Yeah, what does it look like? Does it have a Yankee sign on it?
Yeah.
Socks?
Yeah.
Like, is it a New England Patriots cap?
Right. What kind of cap?
Their game this past weekend was absolute cap.
I was wondering if you watched it.
I did.
I did not.
I did watch
the Cardinals.
I don't watch every game. Because we don't have the NFL package, which by the way, NFL, if you're listening, It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is absolute cap. Is that right? Absolute bullshit that we cannot just watch the games
Yeah.
on Fox and CBS and NBC and ABC like that was, 5 years ago. Now
Yeah.
every streaming service has rights to some team.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube TV got involved.
Yeah.
Peacock's involved.
Yeah.
Paramount. Like it's
You have to
just,
have all of them if you want to watch different games.
And my team is from the East Coast, so I don't get all the games.
Right.
Like it makes me want to start throwing slang words their way in a strongly, poorly worded letter of slang words.
They like can't even decipher it. They've like got the best archaeologists. Like, the archaeologist like brings someone in to like read the tablets.
Ancient Egyptian transcriber comes in to read letter sent by Gen X in all slang. That's what's gonna have to happen with our colloquial language, how we grew up talking.
Yeah.
At some point in time, it's all of that's gonna be gone, and it's all just gonna be slang words. It's gonna be a completely different language.
Totally.
They're gonna have to come back and decipher journals that they find in their grandparents' bedroom from when they were 15, and they were 15 in like 2012.
Yeah.
And they're not going to know what they mean.
Yeah. I was rizzing so hard on this girl and she like didn't even blink an eye at me.
See, but when you put in the meaning of riz, that just doesn't make sense. Like I guess it does. I was spitting game so hard on this girl, but you would never say that.
No. No normal person.
No.
A normal guy would be like, yeah, like I was hitting on her and like she didn't like me.
Yeah, hitting on her. Which I guess is a little bit aggressive to some people nowadays. We can't say those things.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
I was trying to get her to go out with me.
You're not actually physically beating her.
No.
You're hitting on her.
Yeah.
So
that's another one.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe like our grandparents thought hitting on her was
they were going steady.
Yeah, going steady. Are you guys going steady? That's right.
Yeah, I used to want somebody so badly to say, will you go steady with me?
Right? Me too. Because my mom would always say that.
Are you guys going steady?
Yeah. Are you guys going steady? Or like, yeah, when me and your dad started going steady. I remember when she first said that to me and I was like, what does that mean? And she's like we were like boyfriend and girlfriend. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I guess. It says, I've had 3 mentee bees this month.
Sexual partners.
No. Mental breakdown.
That poor person. Somebody send help.
Yeah.
They need help.
Yeah. Mentee bees.
I guess I probably could have thought about that a little harder.
When I read it, I was like, what does that mean? I would have never guessed that. Unless you're like talking to someone who's like mentally unstable and they're like,
you have the context there.
Exactly. Of like, oh my gosh, like I had another mentee bee last night. MTV? You had an MTV last night?
At first I thought maybe it was like a breath mint.
Yeah.
Or like a new type of mouthwash. Like until you used it in a sentence, you can't have 3 mouthwashes
right
in a month. Well, I mean, I guess you could use it 3 times in a month. You're either going to use it or you're not.
Right.
We're going to have to figure out how to speak this language to talk to the people who are working under us. Holy moly. That just sounds like such cap.
Such cap. That is one thing I'll say about British people. Don't like their accents that much. But
we'll get there.
But they do have less like filler words. Have you noticed that? Like they kind of speak more,
a little bit more eloquently.
Yes. Yeah.
They definitely have slang words. And I feel as though that is something that we don't really get. Like we don't see that.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the same time, when you meet, you're right, they're not filler words.
Yeah.
The word like isn't like, exactly. It's not every other word.
Right.
So and all these words to like perpetuate the conversation
Yeah.
because you can't actually figure out the word because you're using slang words so often in your life
Exactly.
that you don't know the real word. You don't know
Yeah.
what in English, how to say that in English.
Exactly.
What really drives me crazy is I have a cousin who is 4 years younger than me, and you would think that the age difference wouldn't make that big of a difference
Right.
in the way that we act. And we come from the same family. My family's very small.
Yeah.
But the way he speaks to my grandparents, they almost can't understand what he's saying
Really?
because he uses every one of these words.
Oh, okay.
Every single slang word he knows. He's a gamer,
Oh, yeah.
not a rizzer. He's a gamer. Maybe a rizzer, I'm not sure. But I think you're right in that when you are constantly on social media, on the internet, you're on gaming consoles and you're constantly around other people who use that slang, you just
Yeah.
pick it up and you don't even realize you're using it.
Totally.
I told him one time, I said, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I ask him all the time, what does that even mean? And he explains it to me, but when he explains it to me, he can barely explain it to me because I don't even think he knows how to explain the definition of an
What it
unreal
means.
word, a fake
Yeah.
word.
He just knows the way to use it,
Yeah.
not like the deeper meaning behind it.
Delulu.
Delulu. That's like picking up words. I mean, like I say heinous all the time. And I've had people,
60-year-old grandma.
yeah, literally. I'm like, that is so heinous. And the reason I picked it up was from another podcast that I used to listen to, and they would say heinous or like haney all the time. And then like I just started saying it and didn't even realize it. And then other people started saying it. I noticed you said it the other day. You were like, that is so heinous. And I
That's
was
so
like,
funny.
I'm like, yeah, that is heinous.
I did
You're
that.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
That was fine.
Yeah.
Okay. It's sending me. You send a meme to your team's group chat, and the Zoomer says it's sending them.
What's a Zoomer?
Really, they mean something is laugh out loud hilarious. Example, this photo of my dog in a Halloween costume is sending me. Okay, what is a Zoomer? Is the Zoomer the person that sent the message?
I think of a Zoomer as somebody who is on a Zoom call.
I picture a Zoomer, someone with like rollerblades that have like little engines that shoot out fire, like zooming down the sidewalk.
Zoom, zoom.
Yeah, yeah, a Zoomer. You're fucking zooming, bro.
You're zooming, but that is speed. That's actually referring to the speed somebody's going.
Yeah, you're zooming.
Going fast, bruh.
Going fast.
I like to go fast. Name the movie.
I like to go fast. Talladega Nights.
Yes, Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby, the Ballad of Ricky Bobby. It's sending them. Sometimes I say like I'm screaming. Like when something is like just ridiculous, I'll be like I'm screaming because I'm in pain. Like that's how I use it. And
you're
then
screaming in pain or you're screaming out of laughter?
Oh, sometimes both actually. I say it a lot at work when I'm talking to my coworker.
But you're not actually screaming,
but I'm not
or
screaming.
Laughing extremely hard, or in pain.
No. Sometimes like something will happen at work that I'm just like, oh, like I don't want to do this. I'm screaming. And now I'm realizing how stupid that is. Like,
I don't
literally
think it's stupid. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you're just saying that you're doing something that you're not doing. That's like when people say LOL, and it was a big thing, or like LMAO was a big thing because you're texting that to somebody. Are you really rolling on the floor laughing, or laughing out loud? Maybe you're laughing out loud, but like, are you laughing your ass off? What is it? Rolling on the floor. ROFL.
ROFL. Raffle.
Rolling on the floor. Are you laughing? Literally on the floor laughing? Because if you aren't, don't tell me you are.
Literally never.
Because I'm gonna think I'm really funny, and this is how we got to this point.
Yeah.
Is where we think we're hilarious, but other people are telling us LOL. Yeah. But they're not actually laughing. Because when I say it in person, they're just like.
I feel like now I use like LOL and LMAO as like sarcasm. Like I sent a text.
I'll remember that.
Yeah. Like it depends on the situation. Like the other day when I texted you and I was like, so-and-so said this. And then you responded and you were like, LMAO. And it's like, I knew you weren't laughing.
Right. Yeah.
I obviously can't give any details as to what I'm talking about, but she knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like LMAO. That is so fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
More sarcastic.
like
Yeah.
LOL, that never happened.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
100%. No cap.
No cap. Now, if someone sends me something that I actually laugh to, I respond with, like, that made me laugh really hard. And I
Yeah.
type that whole thing out because I want them to know that I'm actually laughing.
Yeah.
Or like, that was really, really funny.
Yeah. I'm literally laughing out loud right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I don't say I'm literally LOLing.
No, I say I'm literally laughing, like,
Yeah.
out loud.
I'm learning a lot right now because my two like best friends from high school, they are so much more in tune with this stuff than I am. And I think it's because one of them works in graphic design and that it's kind of cultural. Like you need to know what
Right.
people want in
Yeah.
order to give them a product they'll buy, right?
Yeah.
And the other one she's in law school, yes. And when we're talking about something that is real and important, she could absolutely have a straight up conversation with real words.
Yeah.
But she is still in more of a college atmosphere, even when it's with older people.
Right.
Like you're still surrounded by younger people at times.
Yeah.
And so you get more of this cultural experience into this younger generation.
Yeah.
Whereas, yes, I coach kids, but I don't hear half the things that they're saying. And most of the time I'm talking because I'm the coach.
Right.
Or they're playing and I'm screaming at them.
Yeah.
You know, that's just, and I'm actually screaming, not just saying, I'm screaming.
She's actually screaming.
I'm actually screaming. But so I feel like they just say things in our group message.
Mm-hmm.
I literally have to go look it up. I'm not kidding you. I have to pull this up right now because this is just something I didn't even respond because I didn't know how until one of them responded to the initial text message and I was like, okay, well, I need to go look this up now because I'm not 100%, still not 100% sure what the heck's going on. My Roman Empire.
Okay, I do know what that is.
Okay. And then she explained something. My Roman Empire is.
Right.
And I was like, what?
Right.
You have an empire.
Yeah.
But it didn't make sense in the context of the story because it wasn't even about her.
Yeah.
It was my something. So it's something I think about all the time.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. I felt like it took more time for her to spell out Roman Empire than I think about
this
blank all the fucking time.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
So I was just like mind boggled.
Yeah. When I first, because I learned about that because of, I think it was just Instagram. Like I kept seeing these reels that were like talking about men in the Roman Empire. And I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I asked someone, I don't remember who I asked. I think it was my coworker, maybe. But she explained it to me and she was like, or whoever explained it to me. And they were like, supposedly men think about the Roman Empire. If you ask any man, how often do you think about the Roman Empire? Like you'll be shocked at their response because they think about it like more than you would think that they would.
So that's how it supposedly started.
That's how it started.
That's sus.
And yeah, totally sus. And now it's something that's like,
you constantly think about.
Yeah. Oh, my Roman Empire is this.
What's your Roman Empire?
I don't know. What is my Roman Empire? Childhood trauma? I'm just kidding.
The lack of good therapists in this town?
My Roman Empire. I'm just kidding. I don't have childhood trauma. Maybe a little bit, but
I think everyone does.
Yeah, who doesn't?
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. My Roman Empire. What's your Roman Empire?
My bed.
Yeah, I do think about that.
Getting a good night's sleep.
Totally.
I haven't had that in so many years.
Yeah.
Like I think about that all the time. My literal Roman Empire.
Yeah, that's a good point. All day at work, that is what I think about. I think about like, oh, I just cannot wait to go to bed tonight.
Sometimes I see, and I feel like this changes, right? Are you constantly really always thinking about one thing? No. Like if I have a flirty patient on the phone and I have to flirt back with him, most of the time it's older men, they just want to tell me these stupid dad jokes, but I can't just be like, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I need to go. You
Yeah.
kind of have to play into it. You want them
Yeah.
happy. That's my job.
Totally.
So like if I have to do that for a half an hour on the phone with a patient at 8:30 in the morning, I will think about that all day long.
Yeah.
Because when it starts with one, I know the rest of the day is going to be like that.
Right.
I'm going to get every flirty patient that we have in our office
Yeah.
calling me and specifically asking for me.
Yeah.
Or I'm just the lucky one to pick up the phone.
You're the only one that flirts back.
It's honestly a personality flaw that I do that. I probably shouldn't lead them on in that way.
Yeah.
But it does create a good relationship with them.
Oh, totally. And they know like nothing's gonna come of it.
It's total cap.
Total cap. They're rizzing.
And they have they have no riz.
Oh.
They have no riz.
Right.
If they did, I'd probably do it naturally.
Right.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I have coworkers who have literally said that laugh was we knew it was fake.
Yeah.
But it sounded so real. I'm like, well, I mean, I used to flirt with men all the time.
Yeah. And pretend they were funny.
Yeah. I sometimes still do that with mine, but
yeah,
makes them feel good.
See, I feel like if a guy though was like actually rizzing me, trying to rizz me, I don't know how to use that. Rizzing on me.
That's just not okay to use in public.
No, if he was like hitting on me and like using cheesy lines, I'd be like, get away from me. But if it was like a young guy using like dad jokes and like acting like an old man, but he was young, I would be all about it. That's super hot.
Yeah, you got your shit together.
Yeah, totally.
You're not a douchebag.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Like,
you're not a rizzer.
It's really the worst when you have guys who are our age or in their late 20s, which we're creeping on here, and they're acting like 17-year-olds.
Oh, yeah.
And they're using these slang words.
Totally.
Like you understand them.
Yeah.
And you have no idea what's going on, especially if they're drunk and you're like a little bit tipsy.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of extremely confused and not knowing how to get out of that situation.
Yeah.
Like, ladies, please go out with friends. Men, same thing. There are a lot of crazy ladies out there. Go out with your friends. Make sure you got someone to take care of you when you get too drunk and you start running away.
Totally.
Cassie.
That would be me.
All right, Cassie, give me a slang word for respect.
That would be respect.
Do you know off the top of your head, or are you looking at something?
I'm looking it up.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. It was first introduced into the lexicon in 2016 by rapper Birdman during rap radio show The Breakfast Club. Respect is a slang spelling of the word respect.
I have several questions. What's a lexicon?
I don't know.
Is it a slang dictionary?
Let me look that up. Lexicon.
Also, while you're looking that up, why did we take out the CT and put a K? And it's the same word.
It is the same word.
Is it? That was just
for fun? Funsies.
Shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Shits and gigs.
Shits and gigs. Okay, lexicon. The vocabulary of a person, language, or branch of knowledge. The size of the English lexicon.
Does it maybe have to do with like culture?
Yeah, that could be. So it's just
okay. Well, see, now that makes a little bit more sense. I wonder if that is a widely used term for respect.
Right, respect.
Have you ever heard someone use respect?
No, never.
That's good.
Yeah,
we're still standardizing English language a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an issue when culture changes the way people speak.
For sure.
Yeah. This is not to put, as the kids would say, a certain group on blast.
Right.
But still, I mean, we are sort of putting a younger generation on blast in this entire video.
Yeah.
Audio.
Yeah,
this isn't a video, ladies and gentlemen. This is an audio. But that's another one that I'm just not 100% on board with. Blast?
No, me neither.
Bomb?
Yeah. Yeah, bomb. Bomb. This is the bomb. Where did that come from?
I don't know, but it started as bomb and then it was bomb.com.
Yeah, the bomb.com.
Do people still use that?
Maybe. I haven't
Or
heard someone use that in a really long time.
so maybe it was just our little
Yeah.
sector of this Generation X.
Yeah. During like high school,
Yeah.
middle school.
It's the bomb.com. That
Thebomb.com.
swoosh was the
The
bomb.com.
bomb.com.
So now we're on to blast. So we just like using
Yeah.
aggressive words when they don't. Well, blast means an aggressive thing, right?
Yeah. Like a nuclear blast. Hiroshima.
We're really taking it to the next level here. When you put somebody on blast, is the intention to ruin their reputation?
For sure. No, definitely. It's to ruin their lives. You're putting them on blast.
What is a good example of putting somebody on blast? Like, how would you use that in a sentence? I'm going to put you on blast, other than I'm going to put you on blast.
Like someone disrespects you. And then you're like, "Oh, I'm going to put them on blast." I don't know. I've never said that. And also it's like at what point are you like you're really going to put it on the internet in
Yeah,
your
because you
everyday
can't do
life?
that. You can't do that in person.
No.
You're going to go run around Prescott,
Right.
like telling everybody
Right.
this person's dirty laundry?
Yeah. You would tell your close friends people's dirty laundry.
Sure.
But not
That's
just
the
like,
tea, right?
yeah.
You spill the tea.
The tea.
I use that.
Yeah, me too.
I use that when I'm asking people, let me get the tea.
Yeah. What's the tea?
What's the tea? Yeah. But I don't ever say, oh, give me the tea and put them on blast.
No.
On the internet.
No.
That has to be strictly an internet situation.
Yeah, an internet thing. No.
I feel like that's similar to that's like related to our cancel culture
Yeah,
situation.
the cancel culture.
Like we just want to cut
it's
it off.
It's an issue.
Yeah.
It's really an issue.
Not to get political, but people make mistakes.
Yeah. And a big part of it is like our culture was way different 10, 15 years ago. It was acceptable to say a lot of the things that people were saying. And now it's just getting brought back up as dirty laundry and people are getting canceled for it and their whole lives are being ruined.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Even if it wasn't something that was bad, even now it might not be bad, but to a certain group of people or whatever side you're on, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's happening on both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, I would agree.
And media, I wouldn't necessarily say that like Fox News and CNN are like cancel culture as their headline topic.
Right.
But Instagram and TikTok and
all the social medias.
Yeah, I couldn't even name another one, to be honest with you. Yeah. Twitter, it's not called Twitter anymore. They're all perpetuating this ideology that we are not accepting of other people, and I think that that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
It's like there's a certain level of unacceptance that everyone is starting to have.
Yeah.
Towards whatever it is.
Right.
It could be on this side and it could be on this side. Doesn't matter. Both ends of the spectrum are totally just not on board with being somewhere in the middle and finding common ground.
Yeah. It's just totally split. Canceled.
Absolutely canceled.
Yeah. If you don't agree with one side, then it's like
we're going to put you on blast and cancel your entire life.
Yep. Yeah, ruin your entire life. All of your like with YouTubers, it's like all of their brand deals, like the way that they make money. That's their job.
Yeah.
And people like just hide behind a screen and are like, "Oh, cancel them. Like, I'm not going to watch their videos anymore because they said a joke 10 years ago."
Right. And we're all on this game where we want to be podcasters or YouTubers. We want to have some internet presence, and that's great. Like we're sitting here trying to perpetuate that fad, quote unquote fad, if you will.
Yeah.
Which I never saw myself jumping on board with until Cassie said, "Let's make a podcast. Let's make a podcast. Let's make a podcast." And I was like, "Hell yeah, let's make a podcast." But I think we've gotten to a point now where it's just that is our culture. Media is a culture that we now accept and we embrace, and that's great. And everyone is going to have a different take on what they have to say.
Exactly.
Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think we should be perpetuating nasty, heinous things.
No.
I just dropped heinous again. In those cases, we should absolutely delete their videos. But are we really going out and canceling people who are just trying to make a honest living?
No.
Is it honest? I don't know, but they're trying.
Yeah, they're trying. I feel like a lot of the hate too comes from just people like being maybe not insecure, but they have nothing else better to do than hate on people on the internet.
Sure.
And it's like not a real person because you don't have to see them in your real life. You just watch their videos and it's like whatever.
Click, click, click.
Yeah.
Mean comment.
Yep.
That just spirals out of control for sure. I feel like that is where the word chuggy, is that how you even say it?
Chuggy. Yeah, chuggy.
Would that come into play? Like, that's really chuggy?
Yeah, like
Does it mean
chuggy.
bad or like not?
It's like chuggy is like out of fashion. I think.
Okay, so then it would be the opposite of that.
Yeah.
So, but you couldn't say not chuggy because that's a double negative.
Yeah.
Grammar lesson.
Yeah.
But okay, wait. I definitely had the definition of this word wrong. 100%. So chuggy would be like you telling me, Alyssa, those jeans are so chuggy.
So chuggy.
And that would be if I was wearing skinny jeans. Am I correct
Right,
in that?
yes.
That's just not trendy anymore.
Right. Now it's like the wide leg, or maybe not wide leg, but like boot cut and flare coming back, which I think is really funny because when I was in like middle school, I would tell my mom, I can't wear boot cut. Like, I can't wear flare jeans. Like, those are so not
They're not in, Mom.
Yeah, they're not
They're
in.
so chuggy.
Yeah. And like my mom would have them on and I would be like, why are you wearing those? Like those pants are not in. Skinny jeans are in.
Right. At that point in time, if you're gonna wear boots, they went over your jeans.
Yes. Yep.
Right. And I actually love the fact that flare jeans are coming back.
Yeah.
Because I'm a cowboy boot wearing kind of gal.
Right.
I can't wear those with skinny jeans because I wear square toes.
Yeah.
Those look absolutely ridiculous over anything.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna go line dancing, I'm 100% not gonna wear my square toes with what is it? What is the word for short shorts? Booty shorts?
Booty shorts.
Okay, I'm not
Daisy
gonna wear
Dukes.
Take it back.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna wear my square toes with Daisy Dukes.
No.
Or booty shorts.
Yeah, no.
But the skinny jean thing really has got me. That is chuggy.
Yeah.
See, it doesn't even feel natural saying that word. That was never a word, right?
No.
When you were in high school, was that a word?
No. Not at all.
When did that become a word? Like definitely not in the 1900s. Like 2015, 16?
I feel like more recent than that. Like 2022, 21.
It was COVID that perpetuated all this, wasn't it?
Yeah.
People weren't in school.
No.
They weren't learning grammar.
No. And that's when I feel like I first heard it was like on TikTok.
Oh,
Maybe during or after COVID. I could be wrong though.
I love a pair of skinny jeans every once in a while.
Yeah.
Specific occasions.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing skinny jeans out to a nice dinner.
No.
Well, that's actually not true. That's actually not true. I don't know that they're skinny jeans, but like I do have a pair of, they are skinny jeans. That's a lie. I do have a pair of skinny pants.
Right.
But they're more like a leather jean.
Okay.
Okay, that I would wear with heels. Is that chuggy?
I don't know.
We're not up to date on the fashion
No,
trends
we're not.
these days. I feel like nowadays it would be like a straight leg
with heels.
With heels.
Like a light wash.
Which I absolutely cannot pull off.
No,
my thighs are too thick.
My thighs are too thin.
See? You got to have the perfect fitting thigh.
Yeah.
It's just not acceptable to most people.
Yeah.
So if somebody said those jeans are so chuggy,
right,
what would be the compliment to that? If you were like, I actually really like what she's wearing, what would you say? Not what would you say? What do you think the slang word?
Yeah. The slang word for like she looks really good
Yeah.
Slay. Like that girl is slaying right now.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's so Chugi and Slay are just on the opposite ends of spectrum.
Yeah.
It's like left and right.
Yeah.
There's no middle ground.
No.
And it wouldn't even be mid
No,
because
because
mid's
mid's bad.
What do we say when it's okay?
There's like 8.
But doesn't that mean excellent?
I think so.
Let's look that up.
Okay. Okay. 8 ate that, ate and left no crumbs.
Oh no. What?
When someone does an exceptional job at something, an example would be Tamara just performed all of Bohemian Rhapsody by herself, ate and left no crumbs. I ate and left no crumbs. I think that that's too much.
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
That's got to be the worst.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
No.
How do you eat anything and leave no crumbs?
Never. Unless you're like slurping it down. Like
you have to put the whole thing in your mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ritz
Inhale.
cracker?
No.
Like the whole thing has to go in your mouth.
Whole thing. You could not take a single bite. Even like a banana. Like
wait.
I was thinking of something like you could put in your mouth and like is not made of bread or something.
There's a lot of things you could put in your mouth that are not made of bread.
Like if you put a banana in your mouth and you just like take a small bite, even that has like those little annoying strings.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. But the bananas, you would leave crumbs with bananas.
For sure.
Yeah.
Anything that you eat, you leave crumbs.
Yeah.
You can't eat anything excellently.
No. And that's why it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Maybe, okay, wait. If you're thinking the other way, like she did such a good job that she ate and left no crumbs, ate the entire thing in one bite. But at the same time, it's like if you said that again to your grandparents, they would be like, what are you talking about?
I didn't eat anything.
Yeah. Yeah. What did I eat?
I just sang.
Yeah.
I wasn't eating while I was singing.
Yeah. Like, thank you. Like, I did an excellent job, but what does ate and left no crumbs mean?
I feel like that's so much more words than you need.
Yeah.
That was great. That was excellent.
You did a wonderful job. Your voice sounded beautiful.
So much. We were talking about this earlier with slay.
Yeah.
Right? When somebody says slay, it's unintentionally, because that's their vocabulary, it's unintentionally inconsiderate.
Right.
Unthought out.
Yeah.
You didn't think of a compliment. You just said a word.
Slay. Yeah.
And so now you're saying a phrase of words instead of thinking of an actual complimentary thing to say. Like, I was actually listening to that entire performance and it was phenomenal.
Yeah. You did a really good job.
Or I read your entire paper and it was flawless.
Yeah. Or like, you look beautiful.
Exactly.
Like, you look so good.
Yeah. And I mean, there is a certain aspect where we're going to use it, you know, like this podcast definitely ate and left no crumbs, which is still going to be false.
Right.
Right. Anything that you do, you're going to leave some crumb behind.
Right. You can't be perfect.
No. Humans are not designed to be perfect. No. I don't care what you believe in, who you believe in, but like there's no designation of human that is meant to be perfect.
Definitely not.
Right? You learn from your mistakes. We're going to listen to this podcast back and be like,
Take
terrible. The worst. But I think that really just like sums it up for us as our first podcast.
Yeah.
As the worst hour. Really, you're always going to find that several things in life have a terrible, sometimes very, very terrible side to them.
Yeah.
And we can call it the worst, but we're always going to find that there are some things and in some circumstances that you might find a good in all of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. You're looking out for the positives.
Right. And we talked about how the Generation X, on quotes, like, we're going to learn things from them, and that's excellent. We're going to learn how to maybe be a little bit more progressive. We're going to learn how to be a little bit more accepting of other people. Whether that's the entirety of this generation, I'm not 100% sure yet. But we are going to learn things. We're just going to bash the shit that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're going to eat and leave a lot of fucking crumbs behind us.
A whole trail. Hansel and Gretel.
Ritz cracker trail.
Yeah.
Oreo trail. Really though, how do you eat an Oreo?
I take bites. Like I dip it in the milk.
Of the whole cookie?
Yeah. Like I don't put it
You're
all
not
in
a
my
twist and
mouth.
turn.
Oh no.
You're
No.
so judgmental with that.
No,
Interesting.
yeah. I just dip the whole cookie in my milk, and then like I take a bite of
And then you
what I
take a
dip.
sip of your milk.
Yes. Yeah. You gotta
Interesting.
wet the gullet.
To make sure there's no
Yeah,
crumbs
no
left.
crumbs.
I'm definitely more of a half cookie kind of girl,
Okay.
but not a twist and turn.
Interesting.
Okay, so I'll bite the edge so that part of it comes off of one end
Yeah.
and then eat the other half. So it's still half of
Okay.
a full cookie,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And then I'll do the same thing to the other side. It's very unconventional.
Yeah.
This has never been discussed. This is an undiscussed
Yeah.
method of eating an Oreo cookie. That's just, I enjoy both ends of the spectrum. Only with Oreo cookies, nothing else.
Yeah, that's fair. Everyone has their way of eating Oreos.
With that, was probably the worst. That was just terrible. I hate that I just outed myself. I just put myself on blast.
Cancel Chuggy. The way you eat Oreos is Chuggy.
Oh man, tune in next week for the worst hour. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Yes, please join us next time.
Let us know how you eat Oreo cookies.
Yes.
And what you think about the slang
We
words.
need to know.
Yeah, we gotta know how you use these slang words because we're just not in the know.
We're not with the times.
We really had to use Urban Dictionary for this entire podcast. But like and subscribe if that's even how this works.
Yeah.
Again, not 100% sure yet, but we'll
Hit
get
the
there.
bell.
Hit the bell.
Smash that like button.
We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.